G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? Back in the Outer Worlds. I'm gonna go over here and have a little chat, I believe. Hang on, can I use this yet? Without hacking? No, I still gotta hack it, okay. Thought maybe I got some card that I can use or something like that. We don't actually have to walk there, do we? No. Of course not. We could just fast travel if you wanted to. Well, we're not going to. I'm going to have a little look around. See if there's anything along the way. Although we have spent quite a bit of time in this area. I don't know how much more we've got to go. Or what we haven't seen. Feel like we've done quite a bit here. There's nothing new that's along the pathway. Okay, good to know. So we've got two quests that we can hand in now. We probably should address this first, just in case anything goes a little crazy around here now that I've diverted the power away. In fact, maybe we should... Ooh, they're all over there. Thomas, can I just have a chat to you real quick?
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of your data pads. One of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Okay. Alright, beautiful. Electrocharged surface. So is that a mod for our armor? Electrocharged surface. Applies an electrical charge to the armor's exterior, occasionally shocking an attacker who comes in contact with it. Okay. All the deserters are all... Let's have a chat to Grace.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild canids, on the other hand.
I'll leave you be. Okay. Guess they don't want to talk. Convince the deserters to return. Alright, I hope this... We're revered now, so... Hoping that that works for us.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together.
Reed isn't just going to leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You think that'll convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
That's a tough sell, but I mean, if it ends the plague, right? That's a good thing. Can I take the power regulator now? Okay. Alright, alright. I'll make this right, though. Sounds good, I guess. She'll make some food, right? They won't starve.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what to do is all.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Stay put. I'm gonna go and try and talk to Reed into stepping down.
You know where to find me.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. I'm gonna go and try and talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Okay. Adelaide, how does that work out for you?
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Alright, enough talk. I guess we're gonna go see Reed now. Thought she would be happy. She'd be like, oh, alright, well, you know, at least something's happening. You're trying to satisfy everybody. Anyway. So we'll go and fast travel back here. Let's go see Reed. Now, how's this going to go down? I wonder if I needed to... should have spent some more points there in the old, persuasion. Oh, that's right, we've got to hand the other quest in too, don't we? Alright, well look, we've come for this one. Let's do this first. No. Put the... we don't need that yet. Not yet. Just a sec.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I delivered your message, but I haven't convinced Adelaide to come back. Spoke to Adelaide, she won't come back as long as you're here. Let's see what this one does.
I expected as much. I've been thinking about it. I could use Adelaide back, but if she's being obstinate, try to talk her followers into returning. We need the extra hands.
I spoke to Adelaide, she won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
A change of leadership might be what this town needs.
I am a Spacer's choice man. My father was a Spacer's choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Have you people ever eaten an actual vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
I know. You fill your cans with anything you can salvage. It's not healthy.
Health is a state of mind, friend. Afflictions in one's body are reflections of afflictions in one's work ethic and attitude. Now listen, I do not know what pretty rhetoric Adelaide has fed you, but plagues are a simple fact of life.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
All I know is it involves complicated math, and it works. She's been using human corpses in her fertilizer. She's growing her crops with a special fertilizer.
And when you say special fertilizer, you mean what exactly?
Ah, here we go. Could have been taken from your cemetery. Corpses, mostly human.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery.
This town needs Adelaide, and she won't come back as long as you're here.
So Adelaide wants me gone. Trade my life for the life of the town. You understand what she's doing. If I leave town, I am as good as dead. If I stay, Edgewater will die of attrition. Adelaide has discovered some secret cure for the plague, and she is holding my town ransom.
I can't make that decision for you, Reed.
No, I don't expect you to do any such thing. Edgewater is my own responsibility, and you have done quite enough for me already. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
I don't know if I should... You don't have to do this, you know?
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend a crop. She's what this town needs.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Take care. Okay. Right, well that's sorted. Okay. I think we're okay. He can go somewhere else, or maybe Adelaide will be like, "It's he was so big to do that. Cool. You know what? We can work together. He can handle this, and I'll handle that. That never works, does it? Can't have two cooks, can ya? Okay, so let's have a look here. We need to return. Oh, there's what? Hostiles? I cleared them all out.
Look out!
Ah,
You got him!
little sprats.
Don't mess with us.
You tell him, Barbati. You tell him. I think she did, actually. That's exactly what she did. Hang on a second, didn't I come around? I looted all this before. Oh, I guess I didn't hack everything. Anyway. To the map. Let's fast travel over there. We'll hand in the dire robot quest.
Never seen the Veil lit up like this before.
You mentioned a logic module. I found one in the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
A shock stick. Hey, you take care. Alright, everything's handed in. Back to Adelaide. Let's sort this out once and for all. I think it worked out in the end, right? Reed was kind of cool. He didn't like cause a big fuss. He was like, you know what? Alright, cool. She uses the dead bodies, but the plague's cured. That's a good thing. I'll do what I have to do for the people. And now the people can go back. This guy can be an engineer. Everyone's happy. Let's see.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
I talked Reed into leaving. Come back to Edgewater.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
I made a mess of things. Guess I'm just trying to set it right.
This don't put us on even footing, you understand. But it is a start. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
You take care. That's my thing. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think it all worked out, folks. I think we did alright. In the end. Should I steal their stuff? No. I ain't that type of guy. Or am I? Alright, let's go back to... We're going back to the ship. That's right, now we got everything we need. I guess it's time to go. Time to blast off. Somewhere. Just make sure. I think we've taken care of everything. Yeah, everything's completed. Nothing botched yet. Okay. Done alright.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
I'd be glad to... I'm glad. I'm glad to have you along. Pick your cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Alright. Let's get on here. Captain's orders.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
The Unreliable. Okay. So.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Oh, up the... Hey, oh, there. Climb. Pop this in over here. Oh, it's purring. At least I hope that's what it's doing. Got a workbench here.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. I've been wanting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Well, I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine. I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship. Captained by Junlei Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew. Now, let's have a look around. Typhon, Hephaestus, Olympus, Monarch. Wow, okay. Alright, I see. I see what's happening here. Alright, let's go travel.
Destiny.
Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all of the systems as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you are unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Mission reached. The Groundbreaker.